Out of all the amazing teachers across TV and film, the very best may just be Koro Sensei, a cheerful yellow octopus who wants to blow up the earth. Anime is funny like that sometimes. E-Class's resident alien excels at the art of teaching and endears himself to the audience by doing something different from almost every adult in the show. Koro Sensei, ironically, treats his students as human beings. Assassination Classroom has a very distinct vibe, managing to be both absurdly sweet and incredibly positive. You come away from each episode not only with a full heart, but also with this belief that you can accomplish anything you set your mind to. And this is a direct result of Koro Sensei's teaching philosophy. See, while Koro Sensei, like a lot of teachers, believes that each student possesses enormous potential, he takes it a step further and believes they're actually capable of great things right now. Children are typically looked down on in society. People believe that you're too young to know what's good for you, so kids don't usually get to make very many of their own decisions. When we talk about taking someone seriously, we say we're treating them like an adult, because it's just taken for granted that to treat someone like a kid is to talk down to them, to make their decisions for them. And unfortunately, this means that when a kid is going through a tough time, people often won't even ask them what's wrong because their opinion just isn't valued. The kids in E-Class serve as a really good example of this, because although they're known as the troubled delinquents and failures of their school, just about every member of E-Class isn't actually dumb or malicious or something, they're just people going through a hard time. One of the kids is really poor, and the extra stress is tanking his schoolwork. Another one basically had a mental breakdown because he was kicked off the baseball team. But nobody has taken the time to try and understand what they're going through and help them because nobody really sees them as people yet, and they don't consider the fact that they might have real problems. It's easier for the adults to dismiss these kids as lost causes who just need to study hard so that one day when they grow up, they can reach their potential. The worst part is that the kids themselves start to believe it, causing their self-esteem to get even worse. But this is where Koro Sensei is different. He believes that everyone, if given the help and guidance that they need, has the potential to turn their lives around. He has to, because he has a darker past than anyone. So he doesn't look down on any of the kids, even the ones who start off as bullies. Instead, time and time again, he offers nothing but encouragement. In one episode, he even happily drinks a potion that is clearly poisoned because the student who gave it to him doesn't have any confidence in her ability to assassinate him. And perhaps most crucially, he lets his students make their own decisions. Most teachers think they know what's best for their students and force them into traditional paths of success like college or law school. But Koro Sensei recognizes not only that there is more than one path to a good life, but that his students are already capable of deciding what they want to do for themselves. On career day, he doesn't judge his students' choices, whether they want to become a ramen chef or a chemist. He just respects their decisions and instead offers his help to achieve their dream. Even when Nagisa says he plans to become an assassin, Koro Sensei doesn't really try to discourage him. He even admits that Nagisa's talented and vows to help him if that's what he decides to do. However, he realizes that Nagisa doesn't really want to become an assassin, he just thinks it's the only thing he's good at. So instead, he praises Nagisa's talents and potential, ultimately giving Nagisa the confidence to stand up to his overbearing mother. In fact, he even inspires Nagisa to become a teacher, just like his hero. Time and time again, where everyone else sees an unruly bunch of failures, Koro Sensei sees young scholars filled with unimaginable potential. Each student in his classroom is treated with respect and dignity, and allowed the space to make their own decisions. The way I see it, part of a teacher's job is to craft their young kids into fine adults. But how is that supposed to happen if the students aren't given the chance to think for themselves, make their own choices, and learn from them? If nobody believed you were capable of great things, then you probably wouldn't either. A teacher's job isn't to tell every student exactly how to be, it's to let them discover for themselves and help them achieve that vision. Kids are a lot smarter than we give them credit for, and believing in them, really listening to what they want and saying, "That's possible for you, let's make it happen," can be a wonderful gift. I think that's why Assassination Classroom always leaves me feeling so positive, because it tells you anything's possible. All you need to do is believe in yourself and study hard.